Ugh. 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 Shit. Ugh. Shit. Ugh. Shit. I don't know. Ugh. Shit. It still sounds kind of Klingon to me. Zakin. It's okay. It's hard to explain, especially over text. His model looks different to me for some reason. Ooh, huge overhaul on the gameplay. Ooh.
なるほど。マジで?
More money! Except, am I gonna need passes now? Woohoo! Paradise VR unlocked. Paradise VR. VR Soran Paradise. Oh, I get it. It's a pun, not paradise, but paradise. Parlor dice. Get it. You really ought to speak Croatian. I could probably pick up a few phrases. I think that's probably going to be the hardest thing to learn. Japanese isn't too hard to pronounce. Chinese can be a little hard. I've started trying to do some Korean and seeing the words and pronouncing it. I could probably pronounce it, but like seeing it like on paper and trying to pronounce it is really hard. Anyway. The basement then? I assume it's the basement. Oh. Seems like a sex dungeon. All these elevators down here. That looks like the exact same girl. I am Naisu Daisu.
Hmm?
Wait, her name? How is her name actually Naisu Daisu? No way. No way. I can see Daisu maybe as a name, but Naisu? Naisu. You know how ridiculously like coincidental that would have to be? Like insanity. Unless like her parents run this place and they knew like they ran this place beforehand, or like they dreamed of running a VR place called Paradise, like a pun on pair of dice, and they wanted to name their daughter Nice Dice. Like, what the fuck? It's not really a dice parlor, but okay. I can probably just skip this part because I know how to play. He has got such a big ass chin. Look at that round. He's got like Trump's chin. Like Japanese Trump right there. You feel like a proud father. I've been, for some reason, I just do not want to learn Spanish. They try to force me to learn Spanish. I hate the fact that, like, people, like, Spanish is, like, taking over this country. Like, people are like, America will be Spanish speaking. Like, fuck you. Yeah. But I also, like, it's something about Spanish. I don't think it's terrible sounding. Something about it just irks me. Maybe it's literally just the fact that, like, people were like trying to force it on me, and you will like Spanish, you will like it. It's inevitable. It's like the Spanish people are taking over. You're being invaded. You're gonna have to speak it anyways. Like that was literally what my Spanish speaker. They're like, well, by the year 2020, like they're like 33% of America is gonna be like Spanish speaking anyways, which or native Spanish speakers, and you're gonna have to speak it. And I'm like, bitch, like we're gonna fight a revolution to kill all of it. I'm like, that's because they're coming through the border illegally. Are you okay with that or something then? Maybe instead of being a Spanish speaking teacher, you should be an activist to try and stop people coming through the border. I don't know. Anyways, no, but like maybe that's primarily the reason, because people try to force you to learn it so much. But also, I wanted to learn Japanese, and maybe I'm just angry because I was, they wouldn't let me. I wanted to learn Japanese, and they wouldn't let me take I was wanting to take do a self-study language, and they wouldn't let me do it. They forced me to take Spanish, and I was not happy with that. So it was a waste of 2 years of language learning that I could have been learning Japanese before I went to college, and I would have had a lot of experience. So I was pretty pissed off about that. So I have some pretty negative. Other words, there's nothing against it. I don't think it's that bad. Actually, I kind of actually like it. It's weird. Like I like languages in general, but then when people try to force something on you, I hate it when people try to force something on you. Like, maybe I like food and cooking, but then when people try to force that thing on you, like I like art and drawing and stuff, but then like there was times when it was like they were like art teachers or people would try to force you to do certain, like just constantly try to force you, and it's like this is the worst way to try and get someone to learn something, because I am just actively going to not want to learn it, and you're making me hate it and want to fucking punch you. So yeah, anyways, so I like that. Anyways, but otherwise, but I like languages. I like picking up words from other languages. Something about it. Are the controls the same? We have a skill thing now. Roll dice, check bonus, reset camera, map display. What is use a skill, I wonder? Press circle while the dice are spinning to stop and return to before you rolled them. What? Press circle while the dice are spinning to stop and return. Oh, so you can pick it up? For throwing dice, you can use triangle to use skills. See page 5. Rivals will go down without a fight. Rivals are the opponents you'll be up against in dice and cube. Just like you, these rivals will roll dice and make their way through the game. If rivals reach the goal before you, it's game over. Oh no! Rivals stop on event space. The success rate will depend on the rival's skill. Rivals come equipped with special skills, interfere with your movements, or give them an advantage. If you land on the same space with your rival, you enter a special rival battle. Skills can be activated by using the star you obtain through a game. Skills have a wide range of effects, from increasing the amount of space to next to forcing your rival to not roll dice for a turn. These skills can only be used before you roll dice. Remember, your rival can use the star to perform skills just like you. Using your skills wisely is the key to reaching the goal before your rival. Also, you gain more skills to use by defeating rivals. Try to take on as many as you can. Hail to the king of Coronians! King Coronian is a bonus character. We know what he does. Activate. Covers your health to the max. On rare occasions, golden enemies will appear. Defeat them to cause King Coronian to spawn. Oh no! Not the purple one. Kuronan. Gross. Come untapped. All your items will be taken away. After stealing your items, he will flee to another space. Encountering after chasing him down will trigger a battle sequence. If you win, you will reclaim your stolen items. Moreover, you may even gain a bonus along with your victory. Get ready for a big payout. If you manage to come in contact with King at Coronian mode will activate. The number of spaces you can move will double. Coronian mode ends once you stop at the space 3 times. Using battles skips your turn. Any spaces and dice and cube will trigger a battle once you step on them. If you defeat during battle, you will be penalized for having your turn skipped. However, your health will be fully replenished. Your turn is skipped, you won't be able to roll dice or use skills. Watch your rival's moves. Should your rival reach the goal before you, the game will end. The following penalties will be applied. Standard: you must cash in all your items. You'll also be able to earn all mission rewards if you accomplish a challenge. You'll lose all your items. You won't be able to. Gained lost space. Landing on these will increase or decrease the amount of stars you have. Super gained. Stepping on these will increase your gift space, battle space, save space, parkour space. That's a new one. Oh my gosh, there's so much! During your adventure, you'll engage in a variety of battle missions. Time limit. Lock styles, drone battles, railgun, Kali stick battle, Kali sticks, Photon blade battle, golden enemies, purple enemies. Your rival lands in the same space, a rival battle will start. Each of them will You will roll the dice. Clones will join each fighter based on their dice rolls. -1. Battle ends when you or your rival is defeated, not counting clones. Or time is up. Player will lose the battle. Will skip their turn. Any health lost on either side will not be recovered. Okay, that was a lot. Yep. Use skill. Cancel. So I can cancel a dice roll. I love how he calls this a virtual prison. Okay, we just read through the entire thing, so he's just telling me this. Okay, player turn. So okay, so I can stop the dice by. I can't use skill now, I guess.
Yosh.
I only have 5 dice. That's kind of bad. $30. I'll take that. Oh, he's the purple guy, okay. Wait, do I have to fight? Okay. If I win, I should be able to take all his items. Check out bonuses. Get to the goal before your rival. $1,000. Use your skills 2 times. $100. I can't use skills, right? It says I can't use skills. Trying to hit it. Okay. I want a 1 for a fight. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. I want a 5. I definitely. That Kuro. I'm gonna run into him. Are they gonna force me to run into the purple dude? Does he not move anymore? It doesn't look like the purple or the gold guy are moving. The Oronon and the Kuronon. I have no idea if I did good or not. So it's just infinite. I thought I was supposed to get to the top of something, but it's just you just keep going, I guess. Maybe there is a top. Oh, whoa. I got $4,000. Okay, I'll take it. I really want to make sure to get to the end. Oh, dude! And I got... No, what'd I get? I got stars? I got 13 stars? What the heck? I only got 1. Haha. Damn it. How is he gonna get off this event? Oh, he didn't get much. Can I not use stars yet? I still... Can't use skills still. Okay, he's not moving. Alright. Yes, I know. So we want to go to the right.
し
You can kind of see the line. Like I can kind of see it, even though it's not coming.
よし会いたい
$100, $500. I'm so confused. How many dice do I have left?
やった
Pocket tissues. Amazing civilian. So I thought I had 16. So there's no more. You're not limited by the number of dice anymore. Is that the dealio? It's the number of stars. It seems. It's all about the stars. Good warm-up. Let's go! Does he have a shotgun? Yeah, he does. Dude, they all have shotguns. Oh, okay, they didn't all have shotguns. The other guys have like rocks or something. Go. Oh, I was scared. I was like, why do they all have shotguns? Shorty's got a shotty. Observation mode. 5K, so that's $50. $50. Roughly. So I'm so confused about the stars. I thought that was like using your special abilities, but I guess not. Gets a gift. Presento. Pocket tissues. I mean, right now we're at $4,500. Is the gold guy moved? I don't think so.
右だ
Drone battle. Yes, I know. Yep. I like the changes they've made so far to Dice. The Dice game. Pew pew. Your brain? What? Your cranium? You're not smoking that Zaza, are you? That special ramen. We got $800. I'll take that. Wait, didn't we have 24 stars a second ago? Or was my brain's rotten? It'd be nice to see his, like, how much money he's got, how much star he has. Battle. Oh, that's a good item. Last time, let me explain skills. Oh, okay, now we can do skills. Special abilities that let you move. Pick what skills you want to use. The triangle. But you can only use skills before you roll dice. So use skills by stars. They can't. You can find a bunch of different spots. Also, you'll get more skills while taking down your rivals. Turn to use a skill, you can move more space. So I got 6 more spaces. What's 6 spaces? Hello, Vodavin. Not much. How's it going with you? Just playing a little Lost Judgment. Getting some cash. Yes, the new Paradise VR. Well, I guess new, but I just got done playing the first Judgment game, so it's new to me. I'm liking the changes so far. The competition versus the dice limit, I guess. Flap those wings, baby. Flap those wings. Yep, I already got it. We just got past that part just a little bit ago. $50. I feel like I'm not getting nearly as much money for the king, the Croatian. It's +1. He went to the left. Was I playing Yakuza 0 or was I playing the first Judgment? Only paper plate. Yeah, it's no problem. As long as you come in and enjoy what we're doing. Oh, you little bastard. Platinum. I went the long way. Maybe I shouldn't have gone the long way. He's made up a lot of time all of a sudden. So. Oh, damn. Oh, wait, so the Kironan... It bumped it up to, like, really high. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay, it's just not. Yeah. Oh, go up. Little bastard. I didn't get that high up. I was interested in when I heard RPG Dragon was a RPG. So they changed it up. I still haven't got to play it yet, but we're slowly getting through all of these. But I really like the detective aspect. I also love Yakuya Kimura. He's one of my favorite Japanese actors. I love a lot of his TV series and movies, so I just I'm fanboying over him being in here. So too much of it is like just good stuff for me. That's why I wanted to play through this one, and I wasn't missing out. Like it wasn't like I was hopping to like Yakuza like 4 and missing out a whole bunch of stuff from the previous games. Like I wasn't hopping in the middle of the series. Excuse me, I got hiccups all of a sudden. I like the other characters too, but like I said, just knowing the actor and stuff from the TV, all his stuff, his TV work and movies, I just have this attachment to him. So yeah, I like him a lot. And his character is really similar to a TV show he was in called Hero. He was a Japanese prosecutor, and his character is quite similar. No! Besides, they don't have a P.O. box. Stop. What's up with you and mustard gas today? The U... I haven't done the UF code. UF... Is that a new game? The UFO catcher? Is that a new thing? I haven't done that one yet. Or it hasn't become available to me yet. What I love about this game is they've kept quite a... Like, they've added so much stuff. They fixed... Like, I had a little nitpicks or little things I wanted, and they have added so much of it. It's like they had the game was already out, but it's like they looked into the future, saw all of my nitpicks, and fixed most of them. Like, fixed pretty much, like, we got up to, like, 80% of the things I wanted so far. And just random extra stuff. And they've added a whole nother area for you to play in. The school's kind of its own extra area, too. I haven't even dug into the DLC yet. I mean, I have the DLC, but I haven't dug in yet. I think you have gas. That's why... Have you been sniffing mustard gas? Is that it? Kokoda. My brain's not working. We gotta go forward. Forward! Is it more important to go forward? I guess. The one thing I can't do now, because like I want to just keep going around in circles and getting... Okay, look, his mouth is fixed. In the first one, he looks like he's had like a brain aneurysm or something, and the side of his mouth is kind of like sloped down. It was something that always made me laugh. But he looks normal now. All right, we'll get how much was the final payout? Did we get bonus for how many stars we didn't use? I probably shouldn't have used those 7 stars. A clear prize. Yeah, not bad. We got 5.5 grand. Oh, I want to get that new one, the one where they're in the Tokugawa period, or the samurai. Don't take damage. Bonus oh, we got another 1400 bonus. Nice. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Dude, we got 7 grand. And this is the beginning, so. Psycho. Oh, I so want it. There was a metal box set. I'm gonna go and try and get that eventually. But I'm gonna play Harry Potter when it comes out, hopefully in May. So I'm gonna play Harry Potter when it comes out. I've got all the other Yakuza games. I'm playing Cyberpunk right now. Also, I got so many games I'm playing. Like, if I buy it right now, it's just gonna sit on the shelf. So I might as well just wait, let the price come down a little bit, and then buy it eventually. But I want the metal box set. The metal box set looked really cool. So I know maybe I won't be able to get it later, but a lot of games, there's a lot of times where I get a lot of, there's a secondhand shop near me, and a lot of times stuff comes in, but I could also buy it online. Eventually I could buy buy the normal disc and probably find the box, just the case for a cheaper price later. I don't know, but still, I know I want that game. I was talking with Dementia. I was like, I love Yakuza and all these stories and stuff. Why don't these guys just make it set in any samurai period, like the Meiji period, Edo period, Tokugawa period, something, you know? And he's like, oh, they have one of those. I'm like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it was only released in Japan though. And I'm like, motherfuckers. And they're like, oh, but they're gonna release it in America pretty soon though, for like but it's gonna be full price. And I'm like, ah! But I'm like, I was also excited. Of course, they only release it in Japan.
Oh.
They probably realized how good Ghost of Tsushima did, and they're like, release it now. It'd be funny if they made. I don't know why they don't use like comical stuff. Like they could design. They should, since you're playing in VR and stuff, instead of using like normal people, you know, like make actual like kind of cartoon like video game bad guys, you know, normal video game bad guys, some monsters and creatures and stuff like that. Like have one guy be like a Chinese dragon that like floats and like serpentines through the air as it moves. I know that it does a lot of work, but still, like stuff like that would be cool.
Nah.
I'm just saying the VR game thing, it gives them a lot of leeway to add a lot of fun stuff. So like you could have like VR go-karts, you could have like just tons of stuff, like VR golf. You could take the batting cage to a whole new level and have VR like actual baseball. Like have them run the bases and stuff like that. Anyways, VR just adds so much potential. You could have like a little dungeon crawler style thing where he's like going through and beating up like little goblins or something and saving the princess, getting the treasure, you know, and have it like have a that's where you could add like a dragon Ishin, and you could have a whole bunch of like samurai, like have a whole bunch of like samurai stuff in there, and like have a whole bunch of like references to the different games. Yakuza Gaiden? Is that a new game, or is there a game coming out? Oh, there is another one coming for him? Oh, so his story isn't over. Interesting. Hey, their games are pretty good. Dude, if they keep... I am happy to keep sticking with their games. Their stories and games tend to, like... Yeah. If anything, they're probably one of the companies that, like, they know what they're doing when it comes to that. Like, there's little things that annoy me here and there, but they also tend to fix a lot of stuff, so... Some of it's just preference, but... Well, they certainly have me now. I don't know about for life. If they start doing really stupid stuff. I mean, I used to like CD Projekt Red, but... recently they started doing really stupid stuff. I don't really need to get into it now, but... things can always change. But right now, they really have... They've been doing good, so... Yeah, I'll look into it. I'll look to see, I'll keep an eye out for it. But yeah, is your... I'm assuming your Vodaven on Twitch? Is that your streaming? Alright, I'll look for your, if when I'm off... when I'm off my stream. I'll look over there and see whenever you're on, so... Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have fun. Go have fun. That's all we want around here. Everybody have a little fun. Alright. Hey, we picked up quite a bit of cash. How much did we get? We're up to 7,500. Beautiful. Alright, this is extracting the past. Skills. Oh, I don't. Which one did he want me to... Oh, do I need to go talk to him again? I was thinking that we were supposed to get a certain extract done. No? Okay. We need to go eat, though. I didn't realize how low my health was. What is this? Search keywords, look at posts. Cafe special? Body model. We already saw that one. Here we go. Once I find the Phantom Ramen stall, I'll be a true ramen master. No. You should only care about being a true Pokemon master. To be the very best. Curious what both. Goaka? I'm confused. Well, let's go to this one real quick since it's just down the alley. I doubt it's down here. It's interesting that you can go to where they posted it. Nothing. That one moved. You don't even know how to make mustard gas. See, I want to pick up items too, but then I just don't want to get knocked off the skateboard. Nope. Oh, I was on the other side of the street. Oh, I was just talking to him. Yagami. Dude, my face is still beat the crap out of. Look at all those scratches. Alright, so is it... I'm assuming it's the challenge. Rather than simple, it's the challenge upgrade. Paradise VR. Where did... Should be another case around here. What am I supposed to do with these points? Oh! Ouch. Oh, I thought I blocked that last time. Need food. Cha. I'm afraid they're gonna come to my house. We see that your commenter here said he was gonna make mustard gas. Now where is he? We see you commented conservatively on this Facebook post. You're going to jail. You're trying to get me in trouble. That's why you've been doing it, right? You're trying to get me in trouble. That's what it is. They go too far. Oh, that's all. This place, I'm so confused. Damn it. Got that one hit in. She's like, I gotta get that one hit. Good. To the left. Ah, look at it. Oh, you hit the corner. Too bad. Oh, that was close. Is there a food place around here? Who is this crazy mustard gas man? Oh, just some insane Croatian on the internet. Tomato onion soup. And a Whataburger. Item drop? Got all the item dropped items apparently. Screw it. There we go. Itadakimasu. Itadakimasu. Dude, the egg burger looks so good.
これはごちそうさま。
ありがとうございます。
Oh, I put the poor girl off. Yeah, they got items delivered all over the place in this one. Oh, dude, that's not creepy at all. The way he came up behind her. That 3 a.m. water be hitting different. What are you talking about with 3 a.m. water? Your 3 a.m. water? Oh, that divine, like that divine water I got earlier. That car is pretty sus. Got a cat and a guy on a phone. It'd be funny if it's just the cat. There's a girl. That guy stopped. But he stopped, put his phone down, walked forward, stopped. I mean, she might not have noticed the cat. The guy is going again. Maybe he really did stop. Okay, he's going past. The cat is still following. Is there a chance it really is the cat? Just didn't notice it? I mean, there's a good chance it could have been. Is it her cat? The only thing I wish is that they would add in the ability to miss things and maybe make a mistake. It feels like most quests you cannot, like, you can't fail them. I kind of wish there was like actual fail states, like you made the wrong decision and the quest fails and you have to go on. So that way you could, like, would have replay value in that, like, there would be a little bit of multiple branching path. Like maybe I accused the wrong guy, right? And then the real criminal gets away. Like some people might say, oh, well then people would just reload. Yeah, people could do that. But then I might want to play through and be like, I made a mistake. I made this mistake. And I made that mistake. I got this case wrong. I got that case wrong. But I got the rest of these cases right. And then I would be like, well, I know I can do these things better, or I know. And then on replay, I would be like, well, maybe there was some evidence I was missing, and maybe you can't call out the real criminal because you maybe missed evidence. So maybe I need to look harder to find the evidence, or I need to find, something like that. So I wish there was some fail states. I like games like that where, like, if you miss something, if you miss evidence or whatever, you don't, like, you can have different endings or something like that. I wish they had some fail states or like something like that where, like, you can call it the wrong guy. But I don't think they have anything like that so far. But maybe they added some in this game. Well, remember, she was just had the feeling somebody was following her, right?
Hi. Nah.
Yeah.
See, I wish if I called out the wrong person, I could actually make a mistake. But I can. Like, if I called all the other 3 people, they'd be like, no, that's not the right person. Here's this. But... And then it could be like, well, the wrong person goes to jail, or they would have to release him, and then I'd fail the case in the long run or something. I got $500. Nice. Yeah, so I'd, like, fail the case, and, like, the police would have to let him go, and then I failed the case. It would end as a failure, and then I'd get, like, something like that. But and I'd have to, on the second playthrough, I'd have to look harder for the rest of the evidence. I like stuff like that. I know some people might not. I guess you would play the Phoenix Attorney at Law, or what are those games? Like, I think you can fail and mess up those games. Like, you need to really look for you need to, like, put the clues together and stuff, and if you don't get all the clues, if you don't get the right stuff, and you put forward the wrong conclusion, you could put the wrong person in jail, or you can fail the trial, or that kind of stuff. You can accuse the wrong person. I think that's how those games work. So I guess people could play those, but I haven't played those yet. I heard those are pretty good games and fun games. So, I'm a collector. I've got so many games to play. But I would like a little bit of that in this. Maybe, like, not every quest, but maybe some quests. Like, they could have, like, 10 like, medium-sized quests that are kind of like that. Yes, Ace Attorney Phoenix, right. I think you can, like, accidentally accuse the wrong person and fail, like, fail something, but the story continues. Excuse me. And on a second playthrough, you can do, like, if you find the right material, you can accuse the right person the next time through. I've wanted to play some of those. I know Phoenix is in the name, but I always forget.
Huh?
Eh? Naるほど。
She passed away. Yep.
え？
No, not the music. I love how they keep this music through everything.
Hi.
なるほど。
It's kind of like that story. There was a Japanese dog. I can't remember. There was a professor that had a Japanese dog. A Shiba Inu, I think it was called. It was a Shiba Inu. And the professor passed away. He would ride the train home every day, from school to home, and dog would meet him. He would at the right time. He would. There was a story. I can't remember what. There's a story or a movie based on it. And every day the dog would leave the house in the afternoon to go to the station and wait for the guy to come home from work. And sorry, I was tearing up there all of a sudden. Couldn't control my voice. Sorry, I started thinking about my dogs. But anyways, the dog would leave the house, sit there at the train stop. But the professor had a sudden heart attack and passed away. But the dog, like, I don't know, like, it didn't happen. He didn't happen at the house. Like, the dog didn't get to see him when he passed away. So the dog just kept going to the station every day, even though the professor didn't keep coming off the train. And apparently the dog stayed at the station for like the dog stayed at the station like for a really long time, waiting for the professor. And they realized the dog was staying there and waiting, and people would bring it food and stuff. Yeah, you heard me tearing up. My voice cracked. I had to stop talking because I was about to cry. But then after a while, the dog went back to its. It was like it couldn't break the habit. So like eventually, after like I don't know how long the dog stayed there, because the dog stayed there for a long time. It stayed at the station, and people kept bringing food and paying attention to it and stuff while the dog waited. And every day at the same time, it would sit there and wait for the train to come in, and it would stare at the train. Like the professor wouldn't get off because he was dead. Um, I can't remember if he was married or not, but I think he. But you know the wife. I think he was married, but people would take care of it and stuff, and then eventually, yeah, I think he was married because he eventually he still had a home to go to, and eventually he started just he eventually like it was like he was like not in mourning, but he was like he couldn't leave the station because his master didn't come home, but eventually he ended up continuing to continue the routine over and over. He would go home. He eventually started, after a long time staying at the station, he would go back home, and then he would come back to the station, and he did that till he kept doing that routine until the day he died. Oh, shut up. Uh, so there's a movie based off it. I can't remember what it's called. There's a Japanese movie. What is it? It starts with an H. The dog's name. It's like not Hikaru. It's something like that. I know it started with an H. Well, it's a pretty famous story. But it's kind of like that. I mean, there's plenty of, to be honest, there's plenty of things where like cats will stay, like cats would lay, like if a person dies in a house, a cat will lay on top of its master and stay there. There's incidents where they've like someone died and was left there for weeks, and the cat would lay on top of them, would lay on top of them on their body and wouldn't move at all, and like they would die. Like they wouldn't move at all, stay there, and they would just die because like it wasn't necessarily because they couldn't find food or couldn't even get it. Like there's cases where like windows are open and stuff, but the master died on the floor, and there was even cases where they had like openings where they were able to go in and out of the house and everything, and they would just lay on their owner until and just pass away, even though they were. And same thing with dogs. Dogs would lay there next to the body until somebody found it, and stuff like that. So, no, you didn't annoy me. I was just playing with you. If we ever do movie watch parties, which I think I'm gonna do in the future, some movie watch things. Like I want to watch like Japanese movies or Korean movies. If there's anything with little kids or like little kids like children and stuff, and like if children get killed and stuff like that, or if there's sad stuff like that, I get extremely angry or very sad. So especially like if it's like daughters and sons and stuff, like if they get killed, especially like yeah, I get very upset. It's hard for me to even watch that stuff. So especially if a very innocent person gets killed maliciously, it makes me very angry and very sad. Let's put it that way. If a very innocent person gets killed maliciously and stuff, so I don't like people hurting children and innocent people. Usually it tends to be just children, and like someone's daughter or son gets murdered or something. Everybody has their weaknesses. It's probably because it reminds me of my sisters, and I have younger siblings and stuff, so. Same thing with the pets. I've had a lot of pets in my life, dogs and stuff. So and you get really attached to them. It's kind of like people are like, well, they're a dog. They shouldn't be like a person, but they really do become like family. Like I can't lie and say that if if a family member was in danger over them, I would sacrifice the family member. But if they were in danger, I would definitely go. Like, if the house was on fire, I'd go in and try to save. I'd be willing to risk my life or something because I know it. Anyways, yeah. So like they really do become close like family. You really get really attached to them in a lot of occasions, especially growing up with them. Living with them for so long. So especially when they have strong personalities. A lot of my dogs have very just very strong personalities. So I get angry. Yes, I won't. Yeah. So same thing. Injustice.
よろしくね。
So I'll get angry. I don't cry. Like I said, I don't cry that. Like I'll cry that often, but it will get teared up. They tend to try to do that to you. Like I was watching a Korean drama piece, and they killed this poor. She was a slave, and she was like this really innocent. She was this really naive, innocent girl she was just fun-loving, caring, and she really cared. Like someone, like a noble woman, had saved her, and all she like had cared for her and saved her and was really kind to her. And like during the TV series, she basically had spent the rest of her life caring for her, like loved her like a family member. And like whenever she was in trouble, like because the noble woman was the main character, and this servant slave girl was always caring for her, but she